Partnered by Times Influence.
Muddy tracks and rocky trails, steep inclines and treacherous drops. Roads rough enough to make the hardiest of travelers turn back. But for some intrepid motorists, the path isn't around but through. This is India's off-roading community.
The best in off-road is we require the depth where no person can walk over, we take our cars there. Let it be rocks, let it be slush, whatever it is. We get stuck, we pull it out with another car.
People don't know off-roading. When I used to go for off-road, people used to say, why you are spoiling the vehicle?
Off-roading is something which gives you a big high. It tells you that where your limits are and how to push your limits, and also how to push the limits of your car.
You need a talent to do it. कहते हैं कि गाड़ी डालना आसान है, निकालना that's the challenge in it.
Actually,
that's what it is.
we put in the car. We don't know how it's going to come. It can come out in a minute. It can take full day to take it out.
Or it might come in the pieces out as well.
That's what we enjoy. That's what we enjoy.
Passionate about safety and eager to let car owners get the most of their vehicles, Apollo Tyres decided to organize Bad Road Buddies, a first of its kind 3-day off-roading experience where 90 participants would test out the new range of Aptera tires in an adventure starting in Goa.
So the concept about this event is we're trying to get together a lot of enthusiasts. We're trying to put together this entire community together and connect all of them under a banner. And this banner under which we're trying to connect everybody is called the Bad Road Buddies. A lot of Indians buy a lot of SUVs today, but unfortunately people buy SUVs and run it on paved roads. So what we thought was, what would it take to make these people start using these beauties which they have the right way? And that's when we came up with the concept called Bad Road Buddy. More than anything else, I think we as an organization are trying to put together a good philosophy. And we want to be enablers for people to actually have a good time. So that's what the event is all about.
Soon the participants began arriving, each bringing with them a new perspective and their own outlook on the road ahead.
I'm Aisha Bilamoria. I've been a track and field athlete for the last 20 years now.
Hey, I'm Sarat Kalra.
My name is Zai. I'm a graphic designer by profession.
This is actually an event which is going on with the Apollo Tyres, and these guys want to take us off-roading.
Like you can see, we're going to be in one of these tomorrow for the event. It's my first off-roading trip, so I'm quite excited, nervous at the same time, but I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
I think the combination couldn't have been more perfect. Firstly, because it is my first experience, and in a location like Goa, which I really love. I think I'm just looking forward to this really adventurous trip because I don't do that often.
It's very different compared to the regular, social media activities which brands normally do. This is more about an experience. It's a 3-day thing, so it's an entire experience. You're meeting people, you're making friends, so pretty good stuff.
It's definitely good to be here because I always wanted to do something like this in my life. It was in the bucket list.
I just look forward to off-roading on any weekend, and this being in Goa makes it all the better.
With the whole crew settled in, it was time to shift gears on Bad Road Buddies with an official briefing.
Get together a lot of multicultural people. So here in KZPC, I'm sure there'll be many people from different caste, creed, religion, social strata sitting together. But everybody in this room has the adventure bug in him or her. So we're trying to put together the right set of people, creating a platform for them to really enjoy life. Apollo is primarily a technology-driven company. We just don't manufacture round, black rubber. There's a lot of technology which goes into our tires. So the tires which we give you are one of the best tires money can buy, because they've been tried and tested and they've been developed for a specific need and requirement in mind. Today we have close to around 45 vehicle participants who come here for this particular event. But the idea is next year when we do this event, we would want at least 1,000 participants coming for an event like this.
And we've also put up a list of the names and the group which each and everybody is in. Please find your buddy with whom you are in your vehicle, exchange notes, introduce each other, become friends. Most important, one very important thing which you guys have to do tomorrow is look out of the window, not onto your phones. Go, have fun, enjoy the ride.
Yeah, I am really looking forward to meeting my buddy, and I actually want to see whose car I'm going to be in. So I am looking forward to meeting my bad road buddy.
Rested and ready, the participants assemble to find their driving buddies and set out on the first challenge, a 150-kilometer journey through dense highways to the unspoilt haven of the Dandeli Tiger Reserve.
We are here for the flag off. There's I think 46 cars, over 100 people who are going to get into these cars and go down to Dandeli. So massive trip planned and looking forward to the off-roading, man, which I can't wait for.
Just had the flag off and the convoy has just started moving out. So yeah, we're just getting ready. It's 8 o'clock in the morning and we're looking forward to head to Dandeli.
Okay guys, see you on the road.
I'm really looking forward to kind of understand why he does this. This is a new experience for me. I've never been part of an off-roading event, and I know that Arvind has been doing this for a while now. So I'm very keen to know his journey. I want to know what drives people to do these crazy things.
Know how much tough it is
The best off-roaders are those who go where others can't go. They often choose to drive off the beaten track and create a path of their own. Propelled by the versatile might of the Aptera tires, the Bad Road Buddies have nowhere to go but up as they climb the mountain path that will bring them to the most glorious sunset they have ever seen.
I like the fact that the jungles get thicker as you go and the roads get narrower. Oh, the dust just added more to the drama. I love that the sunbeams peeking through the dust. It was so dramatic. We took like, I think 20-30 videos of just the sunlight and the dust and the, I don't know, all the beautiful scenery around us.
I really enjoyed that dirt track up to the sunset point. I think that was the highlight of yesterday. It was not your typical off-road as in test the vehicle sort of terrain, but it was good enough. Nice little rough track, kick up some dust. You could go a little faster, which is also fun at times. It's almost like a pseudo rally stage. And when we did make it up to that sunset point, that view it takes your breath away. It's stunning.
So I'm in Dandeli as of now. We just came here with the entire team of Apollo. Too many amazing people together on a pretty fun journey. And could not get better because this kind of a place you don't really get to chill at every single day. So pretty fun. I came for this particular trip with Zai and Amreen. Zai came down with me from Pune, and Ashish sir, who is the person from Goa itself, and he took the trouble to bring us all the way here because he is the one who has the experience to come through the jungle as he did.
The day was absolutely brilliant. I was expecting a lot of mud and dirt, and that's by far what we got. I think the tires also behaved pretty well. The shock absorbing and everything was pretty good. The chicane is great, the tires are great, and I'm actually more importantly, more than the technical bit, I'm glad that a company like Apollo has really stood up for the cause like this.
Coming up, as the buddies get started on the tracks, an unexpected guest drops in for a spin. Stay tuned for the big surprise. Back in Goa, the Apollo Tyres team has been busy at work for the better part of the week, constructing a 36,000 square meter off-roading track in the suburb of Cuepa.
We've lined up some interesting 4-5 experiences for everybody to experience. Each experience is going to take at least around about 3-4 hours because we've got a long, big contingent of people there. And that's where the big event is. That's where we are actually doing the unveiling of what the Bad Road Buddies philosophy is. Our senior management is also going to be coming there. They too would be doing off-roading, and that's where the big surprise is. The reveal of this entire thing is going to be quite interesting.
The track is ready before the first of the convoys arrive. Even after the 5-hour drive from Dandeli, the buddies get started without a break.
There's a 4 trail what they made for a regular 4x4 vehicle where you can do it, and they made it a very good one.
So we are on those tracks where most of the expert off-roaders do their off-roading.
It was awesome, yeah. We love this atmosphere, what is going on here. We love it. The dust, the mud, all right.
I know that location from before, so I had hopes that they would do this, and they did it. It was an amazing day. The last part was the RFC that they did, the RFC type stage. That's just super.
Happening too much fun here, too much exciting things happening, a lot of new things for me, a kind of adventure.
It's like coming home to family. And you would have seen that with the way that people band together, different clubs, the way they are. And it's just something that we enjoy, the camaraderie, that you're out there to just live life, to the maximum.
नटराज सर मेरे बडी है और मैं बोल सकता हूँ कि बहुत ही अच्छे इंसान है वन ऑफ द बेस्ट बडी बोल सकते हैं सो अमेजिंग दे हैव देयर ओन बिजनेसेस ही हैज हिज ओन जिम द अदर गाय मिस्टर विकास आई मेट ही हैज हिज रेस्टोरेंट्स अबाउट 10-11 रेस्टोरेंट आउट ऑफ दैट यू रिमूविंग योर टाइम एंड कमिंग ऑल द वे जस्ट टू डू दिस इवेंट एंड सो दिस इज ऑल प्योर पैशन ब्रो
As the rumble of engines echoes across Cuepa, one has to wonder what draws people to this niche motorsport. We sit down with 2 off-roading icons to see what we can learn.
I'm Gurmeet Verdi from Chandigarh. I'm 41 years old and I'm into real estate business, and off-roading is my passion. So off-roading I'm doing like since 2010. Actually शुरू से बचपन से मुझे गाड़ियों का बहुत शौक है शुरू से, तो लेकिन हालांकि 4x4 का मुझे इतना नहीं शौक था क्योंकि घर में थी नहीं, सब कार्स ही थी. तो जैसे जैसे कॉलेज गया उसके बाद फिर बिजनेस में पड़ गया. मैं बहुत लेट इसमें ज्वाइन किया, तो आई वॉज 30 दैन आई रियलाइज कि यस ये मैं कर सकता हूँ और दिस इज़ माई पैशन, दिस इज़ आई वॉन्ट टू डू. तो फिर उसके बाद फिर बस जो स्टार्ट हुए, पहले सिर्फ शौकिया जाते थे सिर्फ फ़न के लिए, दैन स्टार्टेड कम्पीटिंग. तो बस उसके बाद फिर आप देख ही रहे.
I love rallying, racing, off-roading, and that's my passion, that's my hobby. Yes, more male or masculine people are there in the sport, but women are breaking the boundaries, and there is no such thing as a masculine or a feminine sport. It's how you perceive it, how you want to play it, and what are the rules you play by. It's all yourself. And I truly believe there is nothing as such which a woman cannot do. And I think I'm one living example for that.
Just as the buddies have had their first taste of the grueling course, it's time for the big reveal.
Okay guys, we're just gonna see Sachin coming in. They've started from the base.
The crowd explodes as they see none other than national icon and cricket legend Sachin Tendulkar driving up to the track in a monster 4x4.
I didn't know exactly what to expect, but just now having experience, I've become a huge fan. When I sat with the instructor some time ago, it was unreal, and I actually asked him कि यहाँ से गाड़ी जाएगी? So I said, yes, this is our route, this is the path, and this is where you go from. I mean, I couldn't believe that a car could do this.
Amazingly, it was for me. I have never driven like he says. I have been driven first time in this kind of roads. But it was very, very fascinating and very enlightening experience for me.
Like you put it correctly, 2-3 महीने में एक बार होना चाहिए, मगर पहले तो हम आस्ते शुरुआत करेंगे and then gradually we'll get into it. But the experience has been incredible, priceless. It eventually boils down to passion. And we all have passionate people in this room. And if we want to spread this, we got to, I'm sure we'll end up having more events like these. And that passion is only going to grow bigger and bigger. I'm just not the ambassador here sitting in this room. I think all of you are ambassadors. And that is what we all need to do. We all need to spread this message.
This nation is huge, and I know there are a lot of enthusiasts who want to do off-roading around the world, around India, and that's what we're going to do. So I don't know the frequency, but definitely we're going to be back.
I think keep the passion alive. Keep that kid in you alive, because that is what is really important. And it's not just for off-road driving. Generally in life is what I would say. Keep that kid in you alive. Stay passionate about whatever you love in life.
It was like dream come true. It's a chance I met him, and the best part is he was my co-driver and I was his driver. सोचा था जब मिलूंगा तो ये बात करूंगा या चलो उनसे कुछ पूछूंगा या कुछ बताऊंगा, तो जैसे ही वो मेरे पास 4x4 में बैठे तो मतलब मैं तो उनको बस देखता ही रहा और कुछ बस हालचाल पूछा और that's it.
Someone of his stature promoting a sport other than cricket, that is the national sport, so that means something to us, gives us support, gives us hope.
Such in words, I'm very impressed what he said, that he is promoting this. So it's promoting by an icon of India, right? It is a great support to us for off-roaders. So we get more chances to build up our community bigger and bigger.
And what Sachin rightly said is that you need to be very passionate about something to actually do that sport or do any game. And we are all equally passionate about motorsports and off-roading.
Even as the event comes to an end, the Bad Road Buddies come to the realization that they're only getting started.
What Apollo Tyres is doing with Bad Road Buddies is something phenomenal.
I must say that Apollo Tyres has taken the initiative to bring the off-roading community together.
It's been hardly 72 hours we know each other, but it looks like we know each other since a lifetime.
I think the off-roading was quite an experience for not just me, but all the people who were traveling with me, because this is something that most of us haven't experienced in our day-to-day or ordinary lives.
The best thing has been about coming across the people, because even though this was something very hectic and logistically very complicated, I'm very, very surprised that basically there was no mishap and there was no complication, there was no stress, there was nobody who was losing their mind. And I think that's because just everybody came here with quite a positive intention, and basically the vibe and the energy has been very, very clean, clear, relaxed, and everybody has been trying to have fun. So overall, great experience, incredibly hectic, didn't get any sleep, but would do this again definitely anytime.
I'm really looking forward to more such events by Apollo, and I'm also grateful to have him beside me as my buddy on the road. And dude, he was so good. I never thought that I would probably get a chance to experience anything like this. And dude, hats off. I mean, this passion for off-roading, it's crazy. It's so wild, and it drives me crazy now that even I want to try something like this in my life now. Such adventure, such thrill. I mean, loved it.
For us, this event doesn't end here. We'll be doing many such smaller events, and we'll also make this particular activity as an annual property.